Hey guys, and welcome to December Daily Day 1. So I'm going to jump right in here with some instruction. What I'm doing is taking a Becky Higgins 12 by 12 all 3 by 4 pocket page protector, and I'm cutting off one of the rows. So this has become one of my favorite ways to include a bunch of 3 by 4s, and what you can do is fold it in half and create a flip out. And I like to do this generally with our tree decorating photos because I always have a lot of content and I love to put in filler cards and things. And you're going to see here that I end up changing my mind quite a lot. I use one of those hexagons from the main kit, and I rearrange my photos and cards that I had planned to use many times. On the left hand side of the screen there, you can kind of see I pretty much laid those photos out and stuck with them from the beginning with the filler cards. Those are on the back of my intro page that you'll see you can actually check out my intro page, but I'll link it into the details of this video here as well. But what I'm doing is just setting up what you'll see on the beginning, what you'll see on the inside, and then I'll be setting up what'll be on the back once the whole thing is flipped over. And it kind of just takes a little bit of preparation. You have to think about which way things are facing. But like I said, I totally changed my mind a lot. I had several cards that I really wanted to use with this. And the photos were all different. Like one of the girls is wearing pink, one of the girls is wearing purplish colors. I'm wearing red, my boyfriend's wearing blue. Like they're just very bright and different kind of colors. So it just takes a little bit of preparation. One of my main goals this year is to really use a lot of the main kit, a lot of the cards that match, and especially a lot of red and green because of the holly kit, and just throw in a few extra colors here and there. Usually I completely make all my choices based on my photos, and this year I kind of want to stick more with a color palette, and we'll see how that goes. So right now, as you can see, I'm just trimming a few things down to fit inside the pockets, trying to figure out how things are going to go, and realizing that I needed to cut off a little bit of a strip that was left on the very top of the page protector. I cut off the top row. So just putting in the cards, putting in the photos, changing my mind a bunch of times. Okay guys, so jumping ahead a little bit here, and what you can see I just picked up there was the plastic acetate piece from the main kit that I'm planning to use in this layout. And I also have a Holiday Traditions die cut from the die cut pack, and it just so happens that the Holiday Traditions foil words fit right inside that hexagon shape. And since I wanted this pocket to be completely see-through, I just held the pieces up together, and I super love the way it came out. I just think it looks awesome with that hexagon shape, which is really popular this year. And another thing I could have done was just to put the hexagon onto the round piece, but the fact that it just fit inside worked out really well. So what you see me doing there is I'm attaching the die cut to a 3 by 4 piece of graphics acetate that I bought on Amazon. It's sturdy enough to hold its own weight, but it's also like something you can laser print onto or create your own transparencies. I've really been happy with the product, so I'll link that in my links for this video. So I'm using the rolling dot adhesive to attach that to the graphics piece, and then I put a little tiny bit of dot adhesive behind the gold part of the plastic acetate piece to help attach it. And what it is, I cut out a white backer to help it really pop so you can see the full color. And something I generally do with the see-through pieces, I don't usually just attach them because it's easier to hide adhesive and things like that. So everything is backed and lined up, and I threw that in the pocket. And getting back to the pages here, I'm just a lot of decisions were made and I hemmed and hawed around, but I cut up that tree paper from the main kit. It was a 6 by 8 piece of paper, and you see that it's filling 2 of the 3 by 4 pockets on the bottom. The reason why I have them the same is because I'm going to be including a honeycomb tree from Felicity Jane that's going to open when the flip out gets opened. And I was originally planning to put a bunch of maroon cards inside, but I realized that it just looked too odd with the tree being on 2 different patterns. So I cut that in half and then added the 2 3 by 4 pieces in the middle there, as you can see. And then I'm just backing all of my cards to whatever picture or card is on the opposite side, lining everything up, and just trimming off the edges. So for this card here, I got everything attached, but I did not attach that cork piece yet. I just slid it back into the pocket because I'm planning to do some journaling on the card on the other side, and I didn't want it to be bumpy or uneven, so I could fill that out easily. Okay, so I've gotten all of my cards or photos backed up to each other, and what I'm getting ready to do now with the picture of Caitlin there in the pink shirt is I'm getting ready to create a flip up. So what I want to do is use washi tape, but I want the washi tape to be hidden. I don't want it covering up any part of the photo or the filler cards. So what I'm doing is just I attach those two cards or photos back to back. And then I realized I needed those to be split in the middle. But what I'm doing is pulling off the washi and trying to figure out and make sure that everything is going the way I need it to. So here you're going to see where I'm separating it. I'm going to put the washi in between the two pieces so that I can see where it's going to be flipping up. And then I realized that piece, because I needed to move it around a little bit, it had taken, when I peeled it off, it pulled off a little too much of the card it was attached to, so it wasn't going to be as sticky. So I just picked another piece and reapplied it, just double checking again where my flip up was going to be. And I went about it a different way this time. So instead of doing it between the cards the first time, I attached it to the back of the single card first, and then I attached the two cards that are already connected over the top of it. Then I'm just trimming off the edges, which I apologize, it's a tiny bit off screen. And then I'll just smooth everything down to make sure that it's secure, and just checking that it's going to flip up properly. So then I can attach my photo on the back side, and as you can see, the washi is completely hidden because it is between all of the photos. Sometimes I do it so that you can see the washi, and then I'll do an extra piece on the inside to secure it, but generally one piece is more than enough to secure everything. And you know, you don't have to have it showing if you don't want to, and it'll still be fairly secure. Another suggestion would be to use some sort of like Scotch tape because it's completely see-through if you use like a gift style tape. But I don't usually like to add tape to my projects when the hidden washi will work just fine. Okay, so the next part of my process here is going to be attaching this honeycomb tree from Felicity Jane. I was so excited to use it last year and I never did. So this year I put it in my foundation page gathering of supplies so that I would make myself use it. So what I'm going to do is attach it to the outside of the page protector, and I'm using red line tape. I have a 1/2 inch size, and I'm sorry it's a little off camera there, but I'm just attaching the pieces to the tree there, getting the pieces cut and added. So what you're going to find is I actually make a small mistake, which you will see. I initially attached the piece of the tree on the left hand side, and then I just folded the page protector in half to attach the other side, and then when I opened it up, it was a little bunched up and it wasn't fully opening all the way. So I had to carefully peel it apart on the right hand side, and then I just simply added a little extra tape and reattached it with the page all the way open. It's a little thick, and it actually is causing the page protector to not fold perfectly straight because of it, but a small sacrifice, I think, to make it work. So here you are getting ready to see me attach everything. And moving it on to the left-hand side there, peeling off the extra pieces for the right-hand side. Do not recommend. And luckily, I was able to salvage it without ruining the honeycomb tree, because I did have a black one and a peach one from the kit last year, and they just would not have worked out quite as well with my color scheme. So you see there how it's kind of bunched up, and I was very lucky I was able to salvage it. So after getting all my pockets situated, I started working on my journaling. So that tree card that's on the outside of the flip up just talks about how I always think of putting up the tree as the beginning of our holiday season. And then that card in the upper left-hand side that says Decking the Halls, Bring on the Season, Hello December from the main kit. That one's just talking about how I was really feeling the spirit of the season this year. And then I put up more of the older decorations that I haven't seen in a while or put up in a while, and that I had a few new ones as well. And then the journaling card on the back of the layout that says the story of today is just talking about how the kids are getting older. They really aren't very interested in helping decorate the tree, and that it was kind of just me this year, and only Juliana was the one of the 3 kids who stayed in the living room with me and hung out, which is why I was able to get some cute photos of her. So my final step here is just to take one of the sticker tabs from a previous year's kit. I think this is from like 2 or 3 years ago. It says the word Jolly, and it's a lighter purplish color that matches Juliana's clothes from the front page of the layout, which is where the tab will mostly be seen from. So I just stick it to the middle of the page protector and then use my tiny attacher to attach it. So I just wanted to thank you so much for watching, and I'm leaving you at the end here with a couple close-ups of each of the pages in my day 1 spread, which spans multiple pages, and I can't wait to share day 2 with you guys as soon as I experience it and get everything scrapbooked. So thanks so much again for watching, and hit subscribe if you're interested in more page protector style layouts. Thanks again.